Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm doing my 2013 favorites video. This is just going to be a compilation of all of my favorite things from 2013. Not all of them. I don't want to say that because I know I'm probably forgetting things or things ran out. Whatever. But a bunch of my absolute favorite things from this year. Not all the things are actually literally like came out this year, but it's just things that I loved from this year. So I'm going to do beauty related things and then also other little random things, books, movies, celebrities, stuff like that. So I'm going to start off with the beauty stuff that way, because I know a lot of you are mostly just interested in the beauty stuff, so I'll get that stuff out of the way. That way you don't have to watch all of the other stuff if you don't want to, but I think that you should, so that you can get some great suggestions on some cool stuff. Duh. Okay, so the first sort of beauty related thing that I'm going to show you is my Clean and Clear Advantage Daily Soothing Acne Scrub. And I feel like I probably talked about this in a video before. It is fantastic. I love it because you can use it daily. It's a daily exfoliator because it's really gentle. And I actually don't use it daily, but not because I can't, just because I choose not to. But it's really fantastic. It leaves your skin feeling so smooth and it's gentle enough that you can use it on a daily basis, which is hard to find in an exfoliator. I just realized that every single beauty favorite that I'm showing you is from the drugstore. So that says a lot, right? Like, that's a great thing. So anyway, moving on. I loved eyeliner this year. I was never really big on eyeliner before this year, but now I wear eyeliner pretty much every day, just a nice thin line using liquid liner pens. So I have two of my favorites here. The first one is my Flower on Your Mark liner pen, and this one is the Ico London Skinny Liquid Eyeliner Pen. This one is in olive, so it's like a green color, and then this one is just in black. Both of these are great. I'm not sure how much this one is because I got it in a Ipsy bag, so I'm not exactly sure, but this one is pretty inexpensive at Walmart. It's the Drew Barrymore line, so it's really great. One of my absolute favorite things to do this year was to layer mascaras. I do this in all of my videos. I like discovered this year and it's the best thing in the world. So I have two of my favorites here. This one is Maybelline the Rocket Mascara and this one is CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara. And when you layer these two puppies together, magic happens. They're wonderful. Honestly, the more, whatever. I'm just gonna say, the more mascara that you layer, the more I love my lashes. It just works really well for me. It might not work well for everyone. Also, I'm not like super picky about having clumpy lashes or whatever. It doesn't really bother me. So this combination works great even when it does get a little bit clumpy. It doesn't really bug me. Next up are the Maybelline Color Tattoos. These are just a favorite overall in general in life. They are fantastic. They're so easy to just throw on and it gives your eye a completed look without really having to do anything. So I have my two favorites here. You've heard me talk about these endlessly. The first one is Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze, and this one is Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded. This one is from the Metal collection. This one is just the original collection. They're super inexpensive and wonderful, and they work great as bases or just an overall color, so highly recommend these. And the last beauty favorite that I have here is one that I'm pretty sure everyone can guess if you watch any of my videos because I think I talk about it in every single video, and that is my red lip. I wear red lips pretty much every day, at least when I put on makeup because I don't wear makeup every day. And my favorite is the Maybelline lipstick in On Fire Red. This is pretty much the only red lipstick I use. It's beautiful, the formula is wonderful, it goes on so smooth. It's just great, I can't say enough good things about it. I've obviously loved a ton of other beauty things this year, but those are sort of been my things that have stuck with me the entire year without fail. So now let's go ahead and move on to some other fun stuff. I'm going to start off with movies. So first I have 3 movies that did not come out this year, which are sort of just been my favorites this year overall, and then I have 3 movies which did come out this year, which I can talk about. So the first one is Crazy Stupid Love. This is my absolute favorite movie of all time, which sounds sort of ridiculous because there are so many great movies of all time, but this is just hilarious. It's sweet, it's funny, it'll make you cry from laughing and cry from being so like sentimental and beautiful. It's just really wonderful, and Ryan Gosling is in it. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone have incredible chemistry together on film, and I'm sure in person. Plus Steve Carell's in it, Julianne Moore, and, you know, a billion other people. Oh my god, Kevin Bacon is so funny in this. So this is really just wonderful. I'm sure pretty much everyone has seen it, and if you haven't, where have you been? Next up is The Shawshank Redemption. I don't know why, but I just discovered this movie this year, and it's probably whoa, I think I just said this about Crazy Stupid Love, but this is probably my favorite movie of all time, like my real, like, good movie. It's just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, it's very long and serious. It's not a lighthearted film, but it is beautiful and just amazing. This is an incredible film. I mean, Morgan Freeman's in it, so obviously. And lastly, I have Silver Linings Playbook. I actually can't remember when this came out. Maybe it was 2013. I don't know, I can't remember. No, it was 2012. Anyway, love this movie. I could watch it time and time and time and time again. Jennifer Lawrence, I am just like obsessed with. So she's great. Bradley Cooper is wonderful in this. He really he just shines as an actor in this, which is really great to see since he mostly has done sort of silly things with his career. So it was really wonderful to see him. It's still, you know, funny movie. If you've ever seen it, I'm sure you have. It's still funny, but he is really incredible. And it's got Robert De Niro in it and Jackie Weaver and just tons of incredible people. So great film. All right, as for my 3 movies which I love that came out this year, number 1 is Despicable Me 2. How could you not like that movie? It's freaking adorable and like the perfect sequel to Despicable Me 1, I guess, the first one. People said it was better than the first one. Have to disagree because the first one is incredible, but this one was so good too, so loved it. Number 2 is Prisoners with Hugh Jackman. Oh my gosh, such a good movie. It's so good. If you didn't see it, you are missing out on life and you need to see it. It's incredible and scary and sort of awful at some points, awful in a great way, but it's really freaking good and you have to see it if you haven't. And lastly, I have Catching Fire. Obviously I have to say that one because it was freaking incredible. I'm not a Hobbit fan, so sorry that I'm leaving that out. I know that was like a huge film this year, but sorry. But Catching Fire was incredible, so good, like above and beyond my expectations. Incredible. Ugh. Now moving on to music. So I have a list of a few of my favorite albums that came out this year. This is not like what I did with movies, like all-time favorite music. It's just albums that came out in 2013, which I really love. Next up is my guilty obsession, which is Demi Lovato. She came out with a new album this year, which was really good. I was so happy. Her 3rd album was for me. It was good. I really, really liked it. But this 4th album was incredible. It like got back. I loved it. It was really good. There are a lot of really incredible tracks on it, and just, it was really wonderful. I know it's sort of like Demi Lovato, but she is really good live, I swear. She's my guilty obsession, but I don't care. She's great. I love her. Next up is Ariana Grande's album, which I believe is called Yours Truly. I actually just recently got into this at the end of the year, but it is so freaking good. I love pretty much every song on that. I usually skip Baby I and The Way because they just played on the radio so much that I have no interest in it. But besides that, I don't really skip around with songs. It's really good. She is incredible. She just has an amazing voice. So she's great and I love her. Next up, oh my gosh, The Blessed Unrest by Sarah Bareilles. Whew, it is so good, guys. Sarah Bareilles is just incredible. She is a miracle worker. I can't express how much I love her. Her lyrics are beautiful. She's so truthful. She's wonderful live. She just seems like a really wonderful person overall. This album is so good. It's so good. I've loved all of her other albums, but this one just goes above and beyond. Oh, it's so good, guys. That is like the #1 album that I would recommend from this past year. You have to listen to it. And this last one, I believe, came out this year. It has to have come out this year. I'd be shocked if it didn't, but it's The Heist by Macklemore. Totally in love with Macklemore, alright? I may or may not, like, totally fangirl whenever he's on television because I love him. I just have, like, this weird thing for Macklemore. He's just so good, and not only does he have super fun songs like Thrift Shop, which don't necessarily mean anything, he has a lot of really, really great songs on his album. Neon Cathedral is so, so, so good. And then this is like a song that probably everyone knows is Same Love, which obviously has an incredible message. So he is just fantastic. Him and Ryan Lewis are great, and he's an incredible performer, incredible rapper. I don't know much about rap, so like maybe he's not, but I think he is. I think he probably is. And he's great and I love that album, so I highly recommend that one also. As for books, I'm just going to mention one thing, and that is John Green. I don't have a lot of time to read, even though reading is one of my absolute favorite things in the world. I'm just unbelievably busy with school and YouTube, along with trying to actually maintain a social life, so I don't really get a ton of time to read. We read so many plays for school, so like when I do have time to read, I'm doing homework. So I don't get a ton of free time to read all the books that I wish I could, but John Green, I can always find time for. I just finished Will Grayson, Will Grayson, which means I only have one more John Green book to go, and that is An Abundance of Catherines, which I just haven't gotten to reading yet. I will probably read it on the plane ride back to New Jersey in February. He is incredible. Every single book that he has written has touched me, and it's crazy how much I find out about myself while reading his books. They're just insane. I like to, when I read books, I highlight the parts that I really relate to, and I find when I'm reading his books, just like pages of highlights are in there because it's great. He's a really brilliant writer, and obviously he's a young adult writer, and I'm sure a lot of you know who he is, even if you're not a big reader, just because of his extremely popular YouTube channel. But he not only relates to young adults, but my parents have read his books and loved them. Obviously, The Fault in Our Stars is a great one. That's my favorite one, even though it's super cliche to love that one now because everyone's obsessed with The Fault in Our Stars. But that really is my absolute favorite one. But Looking for Alaska is an unbelievably close second. That is such a freaking good book. I read that years and years ago before I knew like how freaking awesome John Green is. Like I didn't know, and now I know, and it's brilliant. So just anything John Green, that's what I'm going to say. Whew, I hope this video is not too long, but that is it for my 2013 favorites. I know I ran through a lot of things really quickly, but I wanted to be able to get through everything without making a 20-minute video. I could go on and show a billion other things also, but I hope that this gave you a brief overview of my 2013 favorites were. Please make sure to tell me in the comments what some of your favorites were. If you have any recommendations of what I need to try for this year, which might become a favorite of mine, leave those down there. I love you guys so much. You're just really incredible, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!